Good morning everybody and welcome back to session 2 of gymnastics. Last week we were looking at balances and I hope you've enjoyed practicing those and perhaps coming up with some different creative balances of your own at home or at school. Today, as usual, we don't need much space. I'm here in the lounge. I haven't got a mat or anything, so just some carpet would be fine. And today we're going to be looking at different ways of travelling, focusing mainly on rolls. Okay, so what we're going to do before we get going is have a little warm up. So get yourself a bit of space and we're going to start by doing some jogging on the spot. And as we're jogging, let's think about what we're doing with our ankles, and we're going to try and point our toes to start looking like a gymnast. And we're going to go into star jumps or jumping jacks. See if you can cross your feet over. Okay, now we're going to go into spotty dogs. Alternate arm, alternate leg. Back to jogging. Think about toes. And stop. Let's go into the twist. So spread your legs out a little bit and you're going to twist to touch opposite leg with opposite hand. Well done. Okay, we're going to look at now some different moves that we can use for travel, but also part of your warm-up. So those of you who do a bit of gymnastics or have done it before might know some of these moves. So we're going to start with doing a bear walk. So we start with our legs. You're going to be straight as you can, okay? If you need to bend them a little bit, that's fine, but try and get them straight. And all you're going to do is you're going to take your legs and you're going to walk. This will be funny. You're going to walk around the best part you can your room with your straight legs, okay? Have a go at that for 30 seconds and come back to me. Okay, well done. Right, our next one, we're going to try and do some bunny hops, all right? Really important with the bunny hops is we keep our knees together, so we're not looking like a frog. So we're keeping our knees together and we're in a nice tucked position. We talked about tuck last week, so it's nice and close. And all you're going to do is you're going to lead with your hands. So your hands go first and then you bring your feet in, okay? So we're going to be a little bunny around the room. And have a go at that for 30 seconds. Okay. And the final one is we're going to look at a caterpillar, okay? So this is a bit more of an advanced skill, the caterpillar. So if you want to just have a look at me first, we're going to start with trying to keep our legs as straight as we can, because it's allowing our hamstrings, the muscles at the back of our legs, to get more flexible. So you're going to reach down, you're going to walk your hands forward until you get into a plank position, okay? And then you're going to creep your toes towards your hands. Now, if you are not very flexible and you start to feel that quite hard to keep your legs straight, stop there at that point and then walk your hands again. So the idea is to try and keep your legs straight, okay? Those people who are quite flexible may be able to get their bodies into a really nice pike position. So from here, walk your hands first. Get into your plank, creep your feet as far as you can. and then walk your hands again. I'm going to hit the fire, so I'm just going to turn around and then go that way. Okay. And then do that. Have a go at that for 30 seconds to see if you can improve your hamstring flexibility. Lovely. Okay, so there's different modes of travelling that we've got there for our warm-up. We've got a caterpillar, we've got a bear, and we've got a bunny rabbit. Okay, and you can practice these anytime you like. We're going to move on now. We're going to have a look at some rolling. Okay, so the first roll we're going to do is something called a log roll or a pencil roll, some people like to call it. The idea of this roll is to keep your body as straight as you can. So interlock your fingers like that. So you're almost like a swimming position. You're as straight as you can be. And as I'm straight, I'm pointing my toes. And as I'm pointing my toes, my muscles in my legs are starting to tense up. And I can feel I'm tense in my tummy muscles as well. Okay? And all I'm going to try and do is keep my body in that straight position as I roll over. Okay? So here we go. We're rolling over. Keep your body straight. And there you go. So see how many times you can roll over in that position. To make it harder, so those people who are finding that quite easy, or they do gymnastics and they're quite strong in their stomach muscles, we can look at a dish arch roll. Okay, so what we're doing here is, rather than staying in that straight flat position on the floor, you bring up your shoulders, so you're using your core here, and then you bring up your legs as well. And then you're going to maintain that position, and as you roll over, you go into the arch roll as well. So we're going to go over, maintain, dish, arch. Okay? Have a go at that. Start with a pencil, build into dish, arch roll. Okay. You're pausing me at the moment. Now we're moving on. We're going to go to a teddy bear roll. Okay, so teddy bear roll or circle roll, it's also known as, because the idea is your body goes into a circle. Looking at where we are here in the room might be quite interesting, but I'll do my best for you guys. So we're going to sit in a straddle. Okay, nice gymnastic toes, they're pointed toes, and I'm going to sit up nice and tall. Okay, so we're in this position now. What we're going to do is we're going to rock over, and we're going to rock and we're going to put our body weight onto our shoulder. Okay, because the idea of the teddy bear roll is that you go from your shoulder around the top of your back to your other shoulder and then back up. So we're going to build it up in progressions. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to lift our leg up. Doesn't matter which side. You lift your leg up, maintain that straddle position, and you're going to go to your shoulder, and then you're going to come back. Nice and simple. We're going to do that again. Okay, so we're going to roll, keep position, and then back up. You might want to try the other side. This is what I do in my free time. There we go. So we're now happy and rocking around, and I feel comfortable that I can get back up because I'm using my core and I'm keeping my straddle position nice. What I'm going to try and do now is carry on that rock into the roll position. So we're going to go from our shoulder, I'm going to try and get onto our back and then onto our other shoulder. So we'll do it nice and slowly to begin with. We rock to our shoulder, onto our back. That was nearly there. And there we go, sitting up nice and tall like a little teddy bear. And we're going to go again. That's why it's a circle roll. I'm back. I'm going to do it again for you. Okay, rocking around, hitting the tree, going again. Oh, I feel like a weeble wobble. There we go. I'm going to try and go the other way now, just to make sure that I can do it both sides. And off we go. That's great. Now, what's really good fun is if you've got a friend at school who can do that as well, you can sit back to back and you can roll around each other. Key thing there is always decide on who's going which way, because it doesn't work otherwise, okay? Or if you've got a sibling at home or a parent, you can do it together, okay? So that's great. That's the teddy bear roll, and that's the pencil roll and dish arch roll. Now we're going to look at a more advanced skill called the forward roll, okay? So the forward roll is only good and useful if you are already experienced in gymnastics, or you know that you can do them safely, okay? So I would advise anybody that's just starting out not to have a go at this. Leave this for people who are a bit more advanced, okay? So I'll just go through the forward roll with you. We're going to start, okay, in a nice tall gymnastic shape. From here we're going to go down to a supported crouch, which means that I'm on my toes, very important, okay? And I put my hands, also very important, on the ground next to me, because this is where you take the weight, okay? So you're on your toes and your hands are on the floor and your knees are together. You're not being a frog. So we're in our bunny hop position, okay? So from here, really important bit, stick a bit of glue on your chin and stick that chin to your chest. Okay, this helps to prevent your neck being exposed, and it also gets you in a really lovely ball shape, and you go much quicker as a ball than you would if you were straight backed. Okay, so you're in a nice tight ball. From here you're going to stick your bum in the air, okay? That's the official term. You stick your bum in the air and that helps you go over, okay? So it's nothing really to do with putting your head on the ground at all. You're aiming to get sort of this part of your body, the very, very top of your shoulders on the ground. And that, if you get your bum in the air, is what happens, okay? So, starting from the top. Position 1, position 2, position 3, and position 4. Bum in the air and over you go. Try that again. Okay, position 1. Crouch, chin, bum, and over you go. Okay, now if you think that is easy peasy and you've been doing forward rolls for years, okay, you might want to extend that. You might want to make it more interesting. Okay, so the way you make a forward roll more interesting is you can use one of the balances that we did last week to start your forward roll or to finish your forward roll. You could start in a straddle position and do a forward roll from a straddle. And try and finish better than I did. I'm going to do that again. Okay, from here, straddle, and up. You can start in a balance position, so you can go into an arabesque, balance, from here, and then go into a forward roll. I've got to work on my landings. That's my feedback. Okay, so there's your forward rolls. There's lots of different varieties you can do once you've got your forward roll nailed, okay, and you're happy with it. So talking really to those advanced gymnasts there, why don't you see how many ways you can start your forward roll and perhaps finish your forward roll. Okay, we're going to move on now and we're going to look at different ways of travelling on our feet. Okay, so there's different ways. If you think about a gymnast who is doing a floor routine, you might see them doing something called a chassé cat leap. Okay, so I'm going to just teach you that and then you can have a practice at that. So chassé is where one leg is in front of the other and you're on your toes, a bit like a dancer. You've got your arms out and you're going to just sort of push or skip so that that leg is always leading. So do that from the side here. So from here you've got your chassé, where one leg is always leading. To add your leap, okay, all you're doing from there to add your leap is you're bringing your back leg up and then jumping forward, a bit like a hop really. So I'll do it really slowly for you. So I'm going to go chassé, chassé, cat leap, okay? So I'm going to go chassé, chassé, cat leap, okay? Do that again. We're going to go chassé, chassé, cat leap. Ta-da! Don't forget to end it nice. One more time. Nice hands, nice toes, nice strong legs. Chassé, chassé, cat leap. Okay, that's another travel move that's quite nice. Let's see if you can link some of those together in your own time. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed today's travel lesson, and for those of you who are into gymnastics, you might know a few more different travel moves, such as a cartwheel, okay, such as a bridge kick over, things like that, things that you might have done in gymnastics that you can think about and have a practice at in your own time if you are at that point that you can do them. Okay, so have fun practicing and see you all soon. Bye.